So, I want to give you guys some new numbers to really put in perspective for you. Just a basic fact about the pandemic and what it's looking like right now. One of the things you often hear people say is this. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. We have new numbers from Pennsylvania which show whether or not this is accurate. Take a look. Pennsylvania announces breakthrough COVID data for the first time in 2021. Unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated people have so far accounted for 97% of deaths, 95% of hospitalizations, and 94% of cases. Gee, I wonder if the vaccine works. There's another, we showed this on the show once before. I wish I queued it up. I didn't queue it up, but it shows hospitalizations and, among vaccinated and unvaccinated. Hospitalizations during the Delta surge of the unvaccinated goes like this. The line on the graph goes like this. It just goes like sort of steadily climbs. For the vaccinated, it goes like this. It's just like almost a total flat line. But there's a little bit of it goes up just a tiny bit, right? So it's this unvaccinated versus this vaccinated. So in other words, it's working. It's working. It's working in the best way, which is it protects you from severe illness, hospitalization, and death. So now, are there more breakthrough cases with Delta? Yes, there are. It only gives you 50% protection from Delta. But if you do actually get COVID, it's going to be a lot more mild than if you didn't get the vaccine. So it's mostly mild cases, then there would be a handful of moderate cases. And the only instance in which you could still get like a severe case after getting vaccinated is if there's another reason that explains it, like you're severely immunocompromised or you're really overweight or you're really old. And even in those instances, you're still probably faring better with the vaccine than you would have if you didn't get the vaccine. So listen, I tell you this stuff because it's important and facts are important. And again, for whatever reason, people like to cling to anecdotes more than the overall data. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. I mean, are there instances of adverse effects from the vaccine? Sure. But even if you account for those adverse effects from the vaccine and you put them into the total picture, statistically, you are way better off getting it than not getting it. Because with all those adverse effects, however many there are, you add them up, and then you add up if you don't get the vaccine, you add up if you do get the vaccine, how many lives are saved. There was a report on this already. Over 200,000 people have already had their lives saved from the vaccine. 200,000. No surprise. The polio vaccine worked. The smallpox vaccine worked. Measles, mumps, rubella. There's a rabies vaccine. Did you know rabies, if you get it, you are 100% going to die from it? Did you know that? Now, thankfully, we have a vaccine. And it's actually a rare vaccine in that you could take it even after you get bitten by a fucking rabid raccoon or dog or whatever. You could take the vaccine after you get bitten and it'll still save you. So thankfully, it's a rare vaccine where you could take it before or after, and it works as a therapeutic basically. But if you didn't have that vaccine, you would 100% die if you got rabies. 100%. 100%. So, but we have something that saves people. So vaccines work. They work. And this one works really well. And so that's why I'm showing you this, because it's really important. And there's already been 5 conservative radio hosts now have died of COVID. And they were all COVID skeptical. And I think 3 of the 5 or 4 of the 5 on their deathbeds, we know for sure, said, I should have gotten the vaccine. I was wrong about this thing. That's heartbreaking, man. Don't be in that position. Get the vaccine. It's the right thing to do. These numbers are overwhelming, and it's going to continue like this moving forward.